Razer Naga V2 Pro. The Razer Naga V2 Pro picks up where the original Pro model left off. 3 swappable side plates offering button configurations suited to a massive range of genres, making for an incredibly versatile device. At $179.99, though, this isn't going to be one for those to dip in and out of everyday play. There are many things that separate the Razer Naga V2 Pro from the rest of the pack, but the most obvious is the design. Yes, the squat form factor takes some getting used to, but it proves comfortable after some muscle memory reworking. However, the heavier weight means faster-paced first-person shooter titles are a little difficult to work with. We found that the 134 grams footprint and larger domed hump kept the Naga V2 Pro from being truly nimble on the battlefield, but still provides a solid experience for everyday play. Packing a 30K sensor, which offered super responsive tracking and particularly nippy response times in our testing, and a customizable scroll wheel, there are plenty of enhancements here over the original model. The Naga performs incredibly well across a range of genres, though it does feel a little sluggish for true FPS-first style gameplay. Snappy clicks and low latencies still kept everything floating. Logitech G Pro Wireless. While it's an older device, the Logitech G Pro Wireless still impresses, thanks to its impressive tracking and comfortable ambidextrous shape. The Logitech G Pro Wireless is one of the few ambidextrous gaming mice on the market to offer a full left or right-handed design from its buttons. That means plenty of space for macro customization. Not only that, but we found using the mouse with 2 buttons on either side to still be comfortable and precise, never once accidentally clicking. While the flatter body does mean it's quite as ergonomic as fully right-handed mice which tend to slop or angle their domes slightly, it's still comfortable in a range of grip types. Add a soft touch material, relatively lightweight form factor, and a cool understated design, and everything looks and feels great. With each of those side buttons plugged in, you've got 8 programmable buttons at your disposal, and the G Hub software to get everything up and running. That's an excellent level of macro functioning, especially for an ambidextrous mouse. However, you're still getting Logitech's performance-focused design with that tried and tested Hero 25K sensor at the helm. It's a slightly older sensor by today's standards, but it still holds up well for everyday play. Those removable side buttons and the simple design means we're yet to find a better ambidextrous gaming mouse on the market. The Logitech G Pro Wireless may be older, but it stood the test of time for a reason, and that age can certainly work to your benefit when it comes to discounts. Logitech G203 LightSync. Want to avoid breaking the bank? We'd recommend the Logitech G203 LightSync. As well as being aggressively affordable, it's the best gaming mouse for those on a budget, balancing a decent feature set with that low cost. We did find that chassis to be a little too small for larger hands in our own testing, though, thanks to the 85 grams weight, we were able to get along with both a claw and fingertip grip through multiple rounds of Apex Legends. Of course, the G203 isn't going to give Razer or Corsair's top pointers any problems on the battlefield. However, the casual everyday player has all the speed and accuracy they need to reliably play through a range of genres. Logitech's device holds its position well, offers up snappy in-game responses, and remains comfortable while doing so. Yes, overall speed wasn't the same as it would be with the Razer Viper at the helm, but for $30, it didn't need to be. The G203's competition generally only comes from the Razer Viper Mini and the Razer DeTheater V2 Mini. The Logitech G203 LightSync, however, is cheaper than the DeTheater V2 Mini and offers a larger body than the Viper Mini, which will satisfy a wider range of grip types. Razer Basilisk V3. Unless you're playing competitively, it's difficult to beat the Razer Basilisk V3 in terms of sheer power and value. It also helps that the V3 comes in $10 cheaper than the previous iteration. That 26K DPI sensor is definitely a nice to have, though in our testing, we rarely needed to dial up to that kind of level, but the main draws here are the wide range of programmable buttons, unique RGB underglow, and tactile ergonomic design. At its core, though, the latest Razer Basilisk is the same versatile pointer that we've always come to love from one of the best Razer mouse lines. With upgraded second-generation switches in each main button, an additional trigger button on the left-hand side, and a brand new smart scroll wheel. though, there are plenty of new features to celebrate here. We found those new switches to be a little lighter to the touch than previous iterations, but were impressed that they still managed to keep a satisfying response and snapped back quickly. This is a mouse designed for a range of pursuits, with plenty of controls for everything from Red Dead Redemption 2 to City Skylines. Razer Viper V2 Pro. Taking over from the Razer Viper Ultimate, the V2 Pro throws everything out the window. Literally, there's no RGB, only 2 additional macro buttons, and no wireless charging cradle here, just a laser-focused dedication to speed and precision. That, of course, makes it a prime candidate for anyone after a super lightweight wireless pointer, designed purely for FPS play. But it also works beautifully across a range of genres as well. While the overall design language of the Ultimate remains here, there are a few smaller details that have changed to dramatically reduce the weight from 74 grams to just 58 grams. We noted lack of side grips in our testing. Those stickers are provided, just in the wrong color, if you happen to grab the white model, as well as the slightly shorter dome along the top. Still, this pointer slotted straight back into our hands, and we were flying across the Apex Legends battlefield in no time. Super smooth PFTE feet combined with that featherweight form factor also make this a particularly easy glide. Flicks and twitch reflexes were expertly picked up by the 30K Focus Plus sensor, and the attention to tracking across various liftoff heights was also particularly welcome during more frantic moments. With so much dedicated to keeping you nimble on the battlefield, though, the Razer Viper V2 Pro may struggle to prove its lofty price tag across other genres. All that tech felt a little redundant when we tested on slow games like Planet Coaster, and even in single-player action titles like Rise of the Tomb Raider. We'd heartily recommend anyone looking for an FPS first pointer start their search here, but our fellow multi-genre enthusiasts will still find excellent value in this wireless gaming mouse.